welcome back. This is Two Times Open in another setup. This is my very best friend, Luke.
What's up?
Other homie.
Not Jordan.
Not Jordan. Jordan's taking hiatus at the moment.
All good. He's in Phoenix with me.
Yeah. So, we might even be doing video pods with Luke here in a bit. He's going to make the art look pretty sick here.
Heck yeah. Love it.
Yeah, if you notice a change, it's because this guy is pretty magical. But yeah, we got some better lighting. Pretty dope backdrop. Luke, okay. I do want to ask what the inspiration for this was.
I mean, I hope you know most of it came because of you and a little beer. So basically all started going to a little place called Cold Beers and Cheeseburgers.
Mm-hmm.
They have some sick art there.
True.
And these gas station style tin artwork were laid all over.
Right.
And not gonna lie, a little tipsy.
Mm-hmm. But it looked so cool. Just as
spur of the moment.
Yeah.
I think I dropped like $100 on Amazon on this in like 5 minutes, and I'm starting to realize I'm doing that more and more.
Yeah.
But
it's such a sick corner of the room, though.
It's awesome. I love it.
Okay, so for those who don't know, Luke is a bartender.
I am.
Where do you work, Luke?
Okay, so I work in Scottsdale at a place called the Ondas.
Nice.
It's a Hyatt place.
Nice.
Love it. Great people.
How long have you been working there?
About 2.5 years.
Okay.
A little too long for my liking, but it's a job.
Yeah. No, for sure. You're paying for a wedding with that.
I am. Well,
how's
paying some of the wedding with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, hey, it's in the plan.
Exactly.
It's pretty soon.
It is.
It's coming up.
We got about 5 months. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Today's the 12th. We got about 5 months and like 5 days.
Yeah. Over.
Insane. You look cold?
Ooh, freezing, actually. I'm just in the same hoodie every video. That's so funny.
Got the uniform. It's great.
Yeah, apparently. It's the blue for me. But, what was I going to say? So, I've known you for pretty much 4 years now.
Yeah, because we met in 2020 freshman year of college.
Yeah, that's insane to think about that was that long ago already.
We met freshman year of college, but we really became close.
Yeah, when we started like
sophomore and junior year.
Because that's
freshman
when
year we were like, "What's up?"
Yeah,
and that was like the most of it.
Yeah, and then that's when I was going through my whole breakup, and then
that was the glue for us, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Once that happened, we honestly kicked it off by a lot of me trying to take you out of your room so you're not espresso and playing some Smash Bros.
For sure. Because I definitely was a bit of a hermit for a solid bit there, and you really kept me going. Honestly, I don't think I would still be here today.
I think the moment that I knew that I was like, oh, we're going to be some good friends is when I sent you like 6 Instagram reels in a row, and you sent me back like, hey, I see you, man, just give me a second.
Yeah.
And like 5 minutes later you came out and we smashed like 3 hours straight.
So if anyone's wondering what we mean by smash, we're talking about Smash Bros.
Yeah, let's get this straight real quickly, because we don't need this to be
Switch
confused.
Smash. Is it Super Mario Smash Bros? I think is the official title.
Basically, just Luigi, Mario, Snake, all those guys just brawling it out.
Where were we? Our characters were.
Let's get into
it was
who our mains are.
Kazuya, and you were Ken. Is it Ken?
No, it was
What's his name? He's the other Street Fighter dude.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not Ken?
No, it's not Ken.
Look it up.
Okay.
It's
I can guarantee you it's not Ken.
Why can't I think of his name? But yeah, no, we got GameCube controllers specifically for that, because there were some really intense combos for those two that we were grinding out. So I mean, I would come back from Taco Bell at like 8 o'clock or something,
Oh yeah.
Just do some of that for a bit till like 11 or
Let's see
something.
here.
Get up for
Almost
class the
there.
next morning.
Okay, I can't think of his name, but this dude.
It's Terry.
Terry.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Okay, Terry. Man,
So
if you know those combos,
oh my gosh,
you're
dude.
cooked.
You kind of knew. You still remember them. I don't remember much of Kazuyo's stuff.
Man, okay. So going back to work
Mhm.
at the bartending, it's been super slow.
Mhm.
I just brawled out with one of my homies there for like 2 hours playing
Really?
Terry. Destroyed him.
Oh,
It
geez.
was awesome.
Were you guys like portable mode on the Switch or?
No. I brought my my Bluetooth controllers and we were in the back kitchen playing. No, we were playing. We had to kind of hide everything because our manager came in
Mm.
and one of our other employees knew to watch out, and she kind of stuck the door. I remember, like, "Is the door stuck?" "Oh yeah, no, I'm trying to get it undone. And we're just trying to hide everything real quickly.
Oh no.
It's amazing.
The only time I could think of me doing something similar was like I think senior year of high school, right before COVID.
Mhm.
I think the Switch kind of came out around that time frame.
Okay. Jeez, that's a
Right?
second ago.
It is a second ago. And I was playing it during math class with my homie Owen.
Yeah.
Bro's in like, I don't think Marines, but he's out there in the Army.
Okay.
And we would just be playing that during like science
For sure.
class for
For
the
sure.
entire class. And that was pretty fun.
Okay.
I can't imagine doing that at work though.
I mean, when you literally
I
have
think I did,
zero
actually.
guests,
Yeah.
it's awful.
Okay, so what's the crowd level right now?
Ooh, okay, so we're still in that gray area of pretty slow season, but
Mm.
every now and then we'll get a random pop. But come February, we're gonna be popping. I'm excited for it.
So why does it get so much busier in February?
We see a lot more business due to like the Phoenix Open, which is a big golf tournament here,
Mm,
and come Super Bowl, you get
That
a
makes
lot of
sense.
people who are okay with spending money again. We're in
right,
that weird era of just Christmas.
right.
People spent their money.
Mm.
They don't want to spend their money on.
They're being a little bit
booze.
more cheap.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Exactly. Come February, people have dropped all their resolutions and they're okay to start
Mhm.
drinking again.
Ooh, okay. Speaking of New Year's resolutions,
Okay.
what, if any, do you have as far as the New Year's or hopes? I know you're getting
So,
married, so that's a big one. But,
This is going to be a cliche,
okay.
and I don't want to come across of like I'm going to keep this all the time. It's not really a resolution, just I'm hoping to lose some weight for the wedding.
Yeah.
I'm not looking to lose like 30 pounds.
Right.
I just want to go to the gym 2 or 3 times a week. Call it good. If I miss 1 week, whatever.
Right.
I want to get back to it. I'm not going to be hard on
You still
myself.
have a bit.
Oh, I mean, hey, 5 months. If I do that slowly,
Mhm.
it'll work. But I don't want to be this way on my wedding. Even like 5 pounds down, I'm happy.
Yeah. Because I know you've been doing a lot of HelloFresh and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You've done a lot of
Yeah,
adjustments as far as I can tell.
for sure. And HelloFresh honestly just helps me not have to go to the store as often
Yeah.
when I work late nights with bartending. So it just helps me be able to get back home, make a quick meal, and head to bed.
Mm.
So it's a good fix to get some homemade meals in rather than stopping at a fast food joint
Right.
instead.
Yeah. Because, so when you set that up, are you looking for like a specific calorie like limit within the day, or is it just
Honestly, no, not really, because I did that once and it was good for about 3 weeks
Mhm.
until I failed and didn't go back to it because it's just a lot of work to keep up with it.
Yeah.
I found that if I make a good homemade meal, don't worry about too much what's in there,
Mhm.
and then on the back end try to keep down the snacking,
Right.
keep down the sugar, I can do all right.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm not trying to do anything crazy here. I just want to lose a few pounds, go to the gym here and there, live a healthy lifestyle, and that's the key, a lifestyle,
Mm.
not really a diet.
Well, because you've even like cut out a lot of drinking, even as like a bartender too. So,
Which is ironic, but yeah. Yeah.
So I think you've thought that's helped.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I definitely tend to have more drinks than not on a regular basis. I'm trying to cut that out.
Right. Well, like,
Basically, like not having 2 or 3 beers a night.
Right.
Maybe having 2 or 3 beers a week instead.
Yeah, because you're like not like a heavyweight, actually, but like as
No.
regards to alcohol tolerance, you can.
It's weird because I can put down a decent amount of alcohol if I have a tolerance, but if I stop drinking for a few weeks, that tolerance goes right away.
Yeah.
It's random.
Well, then you have me just kind of every once in a while.
Oh man,
It's just-
you
I mean,
you don't drink that often though. That's the thing.
Yeah,
So whenever
no.
you drink with me, it's really funny.
yeah. Well, because even just how long has it been? Past couple months, I haven't really been drinking. Just as far as like the
No.
marathon and
That
stuff.
marathon, yeah, no, that was impressive.
Yeah, but that was
Proud of you. That was
really
yeah. Congrats.
Thanks. It oddly enough, that wasn't as hard as I would have imagined. I think it was just a lot of like pressure
Oh, for sure.
because like I hadn't even done half that distance yet.
No.
By the time I went to actually do it,
Yeah.
so I was like, "Hey, man, if I'm past my record, I don't know."
Yeah.
I feel like the conditioning for that is more of a exponential curve
Oh,
than
for
it is
sure.
a linear. So if
For sure.
if you do 12, you can do a marathon. That's my take.
Okay.
So
Well, what if we get back into a little bit more of how I got to know you, how you got to know me?
oh yeah, so the homie group back then,
Yes.
very tight knit.
Freshman year was a trip. Like that was honestly a super fun year.
I loved that year just because it was in the middle of COVID and
Yeah.
the campus wasn't. It was honestly to like the capacity that it like was designed
Yeah.
for,
And we're talking about Grand Canyon University,
yeah,
right?
which
Okay.
I think right now is at like, oops, sorry, I just shook the entire table. It's at like 50,000, maybe 60,000, right?
Not on campus.
Mm,
Is it that high now?
I mean, they keep adding campuses, or like
that's true. I thought it was up to like 35 max right now.
when we were there, it was 40. When like
What?
Kayla and Kendall just graduated, it was like
Yeah.
50.
That's crazy.
So I don't
That's
know,
crazy. Okay.
or at least within the new complexes that have been finished over the summers.
Okay.
They've added a good couple
That's awesome.
100, so it's yeah.
That's crazy. Okay.
And
I mean, so needless to say, it's a larger school.
Mhm.
There's a lot of people there.
right.
And we managed to find each other
Mm-hmm.
with a group of like 8 other homies that to this day I'm close to a good, well, of course this guy
Mhm.
and 2 others, about 4 others that we're like super tight
Yeah.
knit with. 2 of them are going to be in my wedding. Well, 3 including Josiah.
Right. Hey man,
So
best man.
it's sick.
Wedding number 2. I'm excited.
It'll be sick. I'm excited.
So we have our bachelor party here. Your bachelor party here in February something 17th, 16th.
Oh, I think it's in March now. Actually,
Oh,
we moved up.
oh yeah.
I've been moving
right,
it like back and forth,
That's
but it's
okay.
officially like March. It's early March on the weekend.
Okay.
I know that for sure.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
And you want to go fishing? We're gonna hang it out in
Oh,
Tucson.
yeah, no.
We got
Gonna have a
fireworks
fishing
planned.
day.
Yep.
I got a crap ton of fireworks saved from 4th of July. I'm gonna
Dude.
blow stuff up.
You're the only person I know that goes that hard on fireworks.
Man, I don't know why I love them. Something about, I don't know if it's the fact that I'm not supposed to be doing these. And when I say fireworks, I don't mean little sparklers.
You're being devious.
I mean like things that we have to run from the cops for, which if we want to get into that story, we can.
He's out here buying the in the trunk fireworks from these
Let's
little
just
tent
say
shops.
if you know the right person, you know the right person.
He's paying cash.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. I was there a couple times with you.
Yeah,
I think
no,
I did that
it's
once
cool.
with Jordan also. It's quite the negotiation.
Oh, no. It's probably the first phone call where I was like, oh, I'm in the wrong place here. But it's okay.
Yeah.
To put in context, I'm not going to name any names. I don't want to get anyone in trouble.
Mm.
But I called a person to make sure that this fireworks stand was still open.
Mm.
And I was like, hey, over on whatever street and whatever avenue, are you guys open? He's like, oh, I know what you're here for. It's like, no, I'm looking for some fireworks. It's like, no, I know what you're here for. It's like, man,
He sussed you
can't
out
tell you.
instantly.
I'm just looking for some fun stuff for 4th of July. I was like, no,
How did
I
he?
know what you're looking for. It's like, bro, are you guys
What
open?
day did you call him? Like in relation to 4th of July?
So this was like July. No, not even July. It's probably
Were you a month out?
no, not even a month. Probably like 20 days out. Just trying to see like, hey, are you guys open? Are you guys around? And to put in context, it's a stand in the area that allowed me to get some stuff.
Right.
And that also sells legal fireworks.
Right.
And call them, see if they're open for business. Nothing crazy, just, hey, will you guys sell me some of these Safe and Sane fireworks?
Right.
And he was like, oh, where at? Over on this and this. He's like, oh, I got you. Yeah, they're open. It's like, oh, okay, thank you. And it was just oh, he knows, I know, but I don't want him to know that I know. It was just a funny situation. And the negotiation process once I actually got there was a little bit of a heartbeater. I kind of had to get in there, show them what I wanted. Right. I know they wanted to rip me off. I wanted to tell them what I wanted, and by the end,
I know market price.
Basically, yeah. Like, hey, I can drive to Nevada right now, spend $100 on gas.
Dude, I remember you were planning a trip for that.
Oh, I mean,
you were like, dude, let's go get these fireworks down in New Mexico, and I'm like, okay, but
I mean, if we can do a whole trip down there, have a good time, get a guy's trip,
dude,
maybe shoot some fireworks while we're at it.
That would be fun.
I'm starting to get worried that I'm an actual pyro here, but I'm not sure.
Okay, so where do you think this deviousness came from?
Oh, 100% my dad.
Yeah.
So,
also to note, we're both kind of PKs. I know I am.
So, he's a pastor's kid. I am sort of a pastor's kid. I wasn't really alive when my dad was a pastor. He just retired as a probation officer, which is ironic. But before that, he was a pastor for about 10 years. But before he became a pastor, he had some fun with fireworks between Mexico and all that stuff and brought some into Mexico.
Oh, so it's like in your DNA.
Oh, 100%. So his simple trick that would have got him arrested now if they caught him was sticking a firecracker inside a cigarette, basically like putting like a pin in it, lighting it, and basically making like a timed fuse. So whenever that cigarette was done, you'd hear the boom from a mile away.
Oh, jeez.
And he would do this at his college underneath the staircase and make the whole building shake. And he was never caught.
That's crazy. Using a cigarette as a fuse is insane.
Oh, yeah. No, for the longest time, he wouldn't tell me because he didn't want me to do it myself.
Speaking of which, when are we going to get a tattoo, dude?
Okay, so this was on the list of things I wanted to talk about as well.
Okay, yeah.
So we have the tattoo. Well, I sent you a tattoo.
I know you have. So you're like an actual graphics design artist.
Yeah. So context: I went to school for graphic design. I graduated. I love that stuff, which is why I wanted to do some art for this channel. But
because he's so freaking cool, guys.
But yes, I don't know if I want to design my own tattoos because I never am 100% done with my art. If that makes sense.
Gotcha.
Which is also another reason why I love the Chinese art style.
What if you just
because they're never 100% done with their art.
Like one of your sketches? Or do you ever really do many sketches?
I don't do a ton of sketches myself, but the one idea that I have had of like a huge tattoo idea either on my like chest or shoulder is to create a really cool piece that means a lot to me and give it to another artist that I respect a lot.
And have them just kind of shape it.
Well, do that art in their style.
Okay, I got you.
That way, it's still my idea, but it's complete by them.
Right.
Which I guess would have to be complete by me, but there's a few artists that I want to name drop, like Kipto off of YouTube or 1000 off of YouTube as well, that do some crazy things, but I don't even know if they would notice me.
Huh. I mean, are they local to Arizona at all?
No, so I believe Kipto, I don't know where he's at. I believe he's out at LA or Hollywood area. And 1000, I think, is out of Michigan.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Super sick artist. Do some insane things. But, yeah.
Dude, there's one artist. I forget her name. I think it's like Aussie or something. I've sent you some of her stuff. She's insane, like, dragon work.
Oh, you have sent me that.
crazy. I think
Yeah.
she's out in California also.
Okay.
But no,
For like specific tattoo stuff though.
right.
Okay, these guys are just like legit artists that do some crazy
Yeah.
stuff.
I think that's kind of her general brand. But
Okay.
no, I was literally thinking about like, because I've been doing like some on and off jobs here and there. And I'm like, okay, I can feasibly get another tattoo. I'm actually kind of saving up for, I think, replacing my car windscreen.
Okay.
Because that has a solid little crack going across it
Yeah.
right now. And I don't think it's covered under insurance.
That doesn't matter.
Nah, it's fine. I can see through it. I'm taller than the crack, so it's chilling. I need to not hit the table. In yet again. Okay. But also, I have a design kind of in mind. It would be a shoulder piece, I think. Okay. I think it's from an anime. I think it's Megaloboxing, if I remember correctly.
Oh shoot, okay.
But it's a dude who's kind of Navajo, but he has a... So the premise of this show is they're all mechanical boxers. Like, they're just people, like the kind of in the depths of poverty.
Sure.
And they're boxing with like metal suits to kind of make money.
Sure.
In like an underground ring and stuff like that. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But this one dude, I think, becomes his mentor, like the main dude's mentor, and he's got a hummingbird tattoo on, not tattoo, but like an insignia on one of his shoulders.
For sure.
And to me, okay, so hummingbirds have kind of always been like just a symbol in my life, I think, generally, because I run pretty quick. And
no, definitely not.
Yeah,
no.
yeah, for sure.
No.
But I would almost alter it to be like, so my mom's favorite bird and like spiritual symbolism generally is like a dove.
Okay.
And I would love to have a tattoo where it's like a pigeon and a hummingbird, kind of like doing something cool like that. I feel like that'd be so fun.
So wait,
but
you said dove, but then have a pigeon on your tattoo.
Not a pigeon, hummingbird.
Okay.
Like a dove and a hummingbird.
Dove and okay,
Yeah.
okay. You said pigeon and hummingbird.
Did I? Oh shoot.
I was like, okay.
Yeah. just a pigeon.
Just, this means so much to me. That idea's in the back of my head, but we're gonna have this awesome seagull there.
Dude, a seagull would be pretty sick. It'd either be a dove or a elephant. Those are her like animals.
Oh, I was like,
generally.
wait, where'd the elephant come from?
No, yeah, sorry.
Okay.
But, yeah, so
nice.
It would be one of those two. Aside from that, I really don't know. I have had another thought of like God's hands or something like that.
Okay.
With like a mallet and like an anvil on my back. That would be really cool.
That'd be sick.
Right?
Okay.
Or like some sort of like forge stuff going on. Just like,
that'd
be
sick.
So cool.
Just some sort of like super cool
Right?
black and white, like gritty
Oh, dude,
art.
you already know. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You can see it. So.
Did I tell you that I designed one of my employees' tattoos and she has it on her stomach now?
No.
Or like on her like back hip?
What was the design?
Okay, so super cool idea. And I love how the tattoo artist took my design and made it super cool. But it's a tattoo of a dragon almost resembling Mushu from, what is that?
Oh, shoot. Come on. Why am I forgetting?
That
I know
awesome
what you're
Disney
talking about.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so similar to that, Mulan, yeah.
Mhm.
So longer dragon, but looking like he's worked hard a lot throughout his life, and is like just smoking a cigarette right here.
Okay.
And he has his hand back.
It's the
Crazy
dude from
idea.
Alice in Wonderland, like that caterpillar, but he's a dragon.
Honestly, sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
So then this tattoo artist made these crazy colors with it, almost like psychedelic.
Oh, okay.
So cool. And she was so excited. She's like, you gotta see this. And she pulled up her I the back of her shirt. I was so excited. It looked so good.
That's so
Looks
cool.
so good.
So, okay, how do you feel about your art? Because I know you're doing a lot of stuff to even market yourself to get hired.
For sure, yeah.
How do you feel about putting your art out there in general? Or like, because I'm kind of now in this space of like building a portfolio of like stuff to even show. Because like this has never even been something that I'm like, oh yeah, I could use this as like job reference.
Yeah.
But I guess I kind of can now.
So when putting stuff out there, it's never done. Basically, like with my portfolio, it's up and going and it's running and I love it. But I'm never going to be finished with it.
It's just
I'm always
like
going
a
to add to it.
progression bar,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah.
Like as I'll be taking stuff off of there, adding stuff on there, and that's amazing. That's awesome.
Why are you
And-
taking stuff off?
Well, because as I grow as an artist, I don't want my past work to reflect who I am now.
Okay. That makes
Because if anyone sees that and doesn't know who I am personally,
sense.
my worst design on there is going to reflect who I am.
So,
Which, not to take that as bad, but when they see something that they're like, they're going to judge everything very hard. At least in the design world, that's how it works.
right.
Your
right.
best work is great, but your worst work that like you have on the lowest tier should still shine great.
That's true. I like that. No, I kind of feel that way also about like the beginning episodes.
Oh yeah.
Just because like.
But that's the other thing though. You have to have your journey.
Right.
You don't want to look like you're stale and black and white. You want to show that you grew as an artist. And
I think we have.
oh, for
As
sure.
far as setup, like, dude, the lighting, honestly,
This is sick.
Dude, honest, it's so
This
sick.
is sick.
I want to get. I am genuinely curious how much a difference like newer microphones or anything of that sort would do.
Oh, for sure.
I think I'll be a while, or at least like a
Oh, yeah.
couple Patreon things away from maybe getting a new camera setup.
So
But
if you get a
Even that.
Patreon, I hope we can do a little bit of an unhinged episode on there with a
That's
little bit
true.
extra fun juice on there.
that's true. Yeah,
Be fun.
we aren't that far off.
If you get enough people watching this on YouTube, maybe start making some clips.
Right?
That'd be awesome.
I see. Okay, so that's also kind of what I wanted to talk to you about, as far as like. So, as far as your involvement in the project, what would you recommend? Like, because obviously I could edit more clips into it,
Sure.
but at some point, where do you think the marker would be that I would need to get like a separate editor? Or
I think that's going to take a little while. It's going to be once you actually can pay that editor with what you're making off of this.
that's true.
Like,
Even still, like I think we need to reach 12 episodes for proper monetization, at least on Spotify.
I'd say like,
But
this might be a hot take, but at least go a year with this if you're wanting to have
yeah.
someone else.
well, I
come
have so
into
many
this.
more ideas even to do with this. Like I'd love to. I was even talking to my barber about this. I was like, dude,
Yeah.
I can interview you on here, and she like, that'd be sick.
Man.
We could do like a haircut interview.
That'd be sick.
That would be so sick. That goes more into like the YouTube realm,
for
I
sure.
think. But
I
think that'd
don't
be
know
fun.
how people can go to different barbers or different hair parlors like every time. Like I have to have my exact same barber do my hair every time.
Well, like, I just got my haircut before I came up here, and like,
Yeah.
I'm kind of a stickler for how my hair is done generally, because
For
like,
sure.
I don't know, I don't super like it all the time, but then if it's cut right, I'm like, all right, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, if you can get me to not wear a hat, you did a good job.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the only one that
Just next
Kendall-
time the podcast on, we casually see Josiah with a hat on.
yeah, no. So, but I mean, I don't look bad in hats either, and so like it depends on the fit. So, but that was the only barber that Kendall had actually complimented. She is hated. So Kendall is
Oh yeah, so
Luke's fiance.
yes, Kendall's my
also
fiance.
my homie G. These two back in the college days were like
yes.
resuscitating me in my time of need. The Holy Spirit was within these two.
We also mentioned Kayla at some point. Kayla is Kendall's best friend back home,
homie.
and maybe have her on this podcast.
Yeah,
at some
dude.
point.
Honestly, that'd be so fun.
She has some crazy stories.
Dude, I bet.
Man, if we ever do an unhinged podcast, I hope she's on here with us.
Well, so with this, we can do another person as an interview.
Okay.
I'd probably have to buy the official version to do 4, but
We'll come to
that'd
that.
be pretty good. That'd be so fun. I don't know how that would work, but or I
mean,
can get equipment, but
That's a milestone that I guess you'll have to look forward
Sure.
to.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Honestly, that's the one thing. If you're legitimately wanting to keep this going, make some goals for yourself
Mhm.
and do things that will get you to that goal.
Right.
Because right now, we're just having fun. You're just having
Right?
fun.
Okay, so this is my thought process as far as like setting goals. So this all kind of transpired from me and Jordan doing the marathon, right? That was like a big goal to kind of achieve. And then when we did it, we're like, okay, really, we can kind of keep doing like these high goals.
Sure.
And I don't think this was like that high of a goal, but I want to take it into something that like is way higher than I thought we could take it. Like honestly, even now, just the setup has gotten so much grander than just audio.
I didn't realize we could do all this, or you and Jordan could do all this for less than $300.
Oh yeah, like this is
not
so
that much
chill.
money
Mm-hmm.
with, I would say, some decent quality.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm genuinely shocked at the quality of audio that I'm able just to get out of these like $30 mics, like just with a pop filter and some
for
stabilization. Because beforehand, the biggest thing was not tapping everything at any given moment. And knowing me, I don't stop moving.
Yep.
So the arms were an investment on my end.
And this is another thing that I love, that I have a feeling the next few guests will have is expected to have ADHD, or like ADHD like.
Oh yeah, well everyone that I have had on thus far has been. Well, everyone in my life generally is of the similar. At least
I feel like in
ones.
order to actually
Be
know
on the
you,
wavelength,
you kind of have to have a similar mindset as you.
gotta,
and
yeah.
I think that's why we've become such good friends.
Oh, yeah.
Is I've never been diagnosed with ADHD, but I feel like anyone who knows me,
Yeah.
I have a little bit of ADHD.
Well, even kind of talking through to you, because like you'd call me every day pretty much on your way to work.
I mean, so context, I also live about 45 minutes away
right, and so that's
from my work.
a good conversation.
So like every other day, we have like 45 minute phone calls, and it's great.
And I love that, because that'd be hilarious to have that as just a podcast every now and then. That'd be hilarious if I get you like a traveling mic just to go around with.
And if you just didn't even know, or if I didn't even know I was on a podcast and just started talking.
Because honestly, like the conversations we would have aren't that insane.
No, they're every now and then I'm like, oh, sorry, I have to.
No, you're fine.
Okay. I'm like, oh shoot, there's like the amount of times I've almost been hit by a car driving home, and I'm like, just give me like 2 seconds. It's really funny.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, that was really funny. That got me good.
But it would just be funny, the car ride home. But we have some decent phone calls on there. I mean, they're sometimes fun. They also, I mean, here and there we'll get deep, depending on what's going on with life.
Well, because like even just talking about like the ADHD stuff, you would, I think, knowing me, I don't know. Well, how would you say I have helped you, at least as far as like figuring out what would be normal or what would be more of a sign of ADHD?
Well, I didn't realize exactly what ADHD was. I kind of put ADD and ADHD together, which still to this day I don't really know the true difference.
I would agree that you would probably be more ADD.
Sure, but I'm also curious, and this might be for another podcast we have together.
Mm-hmm.
I have started putting together the ideas that I could be slightly on the spectrum. And like your brother is on the spectrum as well. So I'm curious to talk through that with you, maybe on a different podcast about like what different aspects that I have that you've seen. And this also might be a thing for therapy, but we'll get to that point together. I will get there at some point. Yeah. But I'm curious to see where you think I lie on that.
That is, yeah. Because, like, you've even had that conversation with, like, Kendall.
Yeah.
And, like, through that whole process of, like, marriage and sorting that out. Because, I mean, Kendall's, I don't think she's ADHD she's over there. We kind of keep looking at her.
She is.
Kinda
She's giving me the death stare right now.
A little bit. But no, she doesn't even have like mental stuff. Her body's just kind of not happy with her half the time.
No, she's great. She just likes to get into her mind a lot, and it's okay.
Hey, nursing's a hard thing to do.
And again, she's in nursing school, has another 3 months left.
Hey, man.
It's crazy.
Right?
The fact that we're going to start living
Dude,
like legit life
everyone
soon.
being graduated is insane to me. And then I'm going back. I'm going back this week. I'm going to get my just a degree. Because, good grief.
I know. It's, you've had a rough college experience, and it's not really your fault, but mental health really kicked your butt.
Dude, I don't like...
And kicking your butt is an understatement.
I had to completely rework my existence in life, pretty much. Because, like, I don't think I realized how depressed I was since... Because I got depressed, I would say, right before I broke up with my high school sweetheart to breaking up with my college girlfriend.
That was a whole nother situation for another podcast that I would love to talk about.
Yeah, but, I don't want to go too deep into the nitty gritty.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I hope both are doing well.
Come to Patreon for the nitty gritty, because we'll talk about that.
I gotta make a Patreon. That'd be so funny. We do really exclusive. It's okay, but like I don't know. I don't know how comfy I feel about just putting like really exclusive information behind a paywall. But
for all the people, well,
Kendall shakes her head. Yeah, it's probably a smart call. Because like I don't know, a lot of it's kind of water under the bridge at this point.
Yeah. Oh no, this is just for a good story. This is
that's true.
We've already crossed all those bridges. This is just for a good story at this point.
Yeah.
Because
the amount of like
we've got some good stories, some juicy stories.
Okay. Speaking of good stories, we had a pretty insane one during dinner tonight.
Oh, okay.
Which was hilarious to find out about. Because I knew my perspective in the event. Would you like to elaborate?
So, I'm going to set the plane in the story.
It was here.
So, in this apartment, first ever day I opened this door, we were like, you know what? Let's make a kickback.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. We got a little bit of alcohol, come to hang out. We only had a couch in this apartment. Every room did not have a bed or anything. And like, let's just hang out. And had some drinks, had some fun, played some games. It was great. But we had some friends that we didn't know there. When I say mainly one friend, we'll call her Sam for now.
Yeah.
Sam, super fun to hang out with.
We had never met Sam.
No, I don't know.
Sam,
I don't know why I'm saying. Like,
Sam was a random character this day
Yes.
that was just part of the crew.
And
for some reason, she
was one of Kendall's friends that, let's just say, is not a friend anymore.
Yeah.
I'll let you continue.
Okay, so my first interactions with this human were... Can I describe her? Maybe not an image. So she was like a lesbian from, should I say the workplace? Can I say the workplace, you think? What do you think? Yeah, so a lesbian from Chick-fil-A.
Is it bad to say that she was black?
No.
Okay.
I've been hit on by black women before.
Okay.
And
like I've been hit on by gay guys, and it's weird, but it's, yeah. It's
dude, literally all the homies, you and Jordan, we just look like gay couples when we're out and about.
Hilarious, but
yes,
yes,
just like, well, because I mean, we kind of fit the bill pretty hilariously.
Oh yeah,
dude,
what's up?
What's up, dude?
Oh yeah,
dude. Dude, homie G walked in.
Super great homie from college. Another good one, which
Yeah.
another podcast we'll have to
Right.
tell some stories about because
Yeah,
there's
dude.
some juicy stories there.
Okay. So Broski from Chick-fil-A, who I have never met.
Sam.
So Sam has a couple drinks. And progressively
When we say couple, we mean like 9 or 10.
did you
Yes.
That's crazy.
No, more like 5 or 6. More like 5 or 6.
I don't know. But so okay, so in my mind she's lesbian, right? Progressively she starts like passive aggressively hitting on me. And I'm like, what's happening? But like in a really like angry way. It's like I don't know how to really.
That's a great way. Like angrily hitting on you.
Yeah, it's bizarre. And so I'm like, okay.
Like, could this be where hitting on someone came from?
Probably. But as the night progresses, we're all winding down, right? And everything gets like pretty mellow. As many people as we can fit on
Sure.
the couch because there's not a whole lot of furniture
No.
throughout the rest of the apartment.
It's a big couch, but it can comfortably fit 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Sitting, not sleeping.
Right. Sleeping, I think we
You
kind
got
of
like 3 or
stacked
4.
like 4 people on there.
Yeah.
It was me and Kate on one side. It was
It was a
Kayla and Sam.
It was
on
a tight fit.
Yeah. And so I'm all nuzzled up between Kayla and Cade, and then suddenly, so I'll show you an angle, right?
oh
So
shit! I'm so excited for this.
I'll actually do it in like mirrored fashion to
Okay.
Luke. So pretend you're sleeping,
So
right?
I'm out.
So Luke's out. Suddenly, I just feel like a hand just really gripping on my bicep, and like I'm slightly conscious, right? And it's really uncomfortable, and I'm making note that I'm like being touched. I'm like, okay, I'm being touched right now.
I don't know how you
And-
stayed straight faced
Oh
doing
my
this.
gosh, dude. Well, because I didn't want to move because I was like, I was enjoying the spot I was, you know? And so, but then I was being interrupted, you know? And so I get like my arm squeezed every once in a while, and then it would recede, and then it would come back, and then it would go even deeper into the
Oh.
shoulder. And I'm like,
Oh,
no,
no.
I'm getting
Oh,
up.
no.
I'm out of here. And I'm like, cool.
No.
I'm being fondled.
Oh. This
So-
is a great first night in the apartment. It sounds
It
like.
was awesome. What a break-in. And then
So for context, that's the last of the story that both Josiah and I have heard.
yeah. And then Kendall informs us.
As of a few hours ago, there has been new news to the story.
I really made her question her lesbianism, apparently. She was like, I don't know how to feel after all that. And she remembered.
Josiah single-handedly broke her lesbian. She is bi now.
I guess so. So that was really funny to find out during dinner.
So it's a
So
unfortunate story for Sam, but I'm so glad we have this story for the podcast.
hey, yeah.
But safe to say, Sam did not come around
Nope.
much further because, I mean, I'm not sure, but I didn't really
I
wanna...
removed myself from the couch.
Yeah.
I said, all right, I'm vacating from the women because this is crazy. I'm sleeping on the floor.
And also
over here."
context, I went to bed a little earlier that night because I worked pretty early the
Right.
next day. So half of this aggressive drunk hitting on, I didn't see it. And
Yeah.
it was hilarious hearing the next day, but I was like, I wish I would stayed up for
'Cause,
this.
like, okay, if I ever do drink, I never get drunk to the point that like I'm not conscious of what I'm doing. I'm always conscious of what I'm doing.
Oh, well,
For the most part. Like, at least as far as like what I'm doing as far as interacting with another human. If that makes
Sure.
sense.
mm,
Maybe.
I have a great story with
Do
that
you
with the
have-
magical quesadilla for my 21st birthday.
Okay.
That he still cannot get that taste out of his mouth. Like, he
Dude,
could not communicate with this
it
vendor
was the best
in downtown
tasting
Phoenix.
quesadilla I have ever had. And
He didn't know how to talk to the vendor. I
I
was
ordered
also
a dang quesadilla and I got a dang quesadilla.
well. He told me quesadilla, and I somewhat understood because he pointed at quesadilla. and this vendor did not understand what he was saying, so I told him quesadilla, and Josiah's face was so happy when he actually got that order in.
This was the most I think I'd have ever consumed. Not even though. I think I was just not drinking heavily ever, and this was the hardest I went.
Well, I
After the
somewhat tricked him into getting a very strong drink our
Yeah.
first round. We went bar hopping this night in downtown
was Luke's
Phoenix, and it was
21st.
awesome. I loved it.
And it was
But-
really fun. We bowled.
Well, we went to a place that had some marionette bowling, which means that the bowling pins were on
They
like
were on
strings.
Yeah. So they were
And
like
the bowling
also
balls were, like,
this
yay
big.
big. Yeah.
Normal bowling ball was like
It was the weirdest experience, but super fun.
It
A
was,
little trippy because I was fully drunk too.
yeah, but we were having a great time.
Oh yeah, it was great. But Josiah was very gone. It was a weird but awesome night, and
Yeah.
by the end, Cade, another roommate of mine, also my cousin, had to communicate to the Uber driver because neither of us were able to tell him where we were going to.
So yeah, I
I
think
tried, and he was like, "What?"
yeah. So
I really tried.
I think that's where I figured out my limit. Was that night?
Which, as of that night, was 2 drinks. 2 drinks, and
Well,
he was
okay.
gone.
The first one was called a zombie.
Which
That's what it did.
turned him into one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know how much was in that one.
Enough.
Plenty.
Enough.
Yeah. And so, but
Couldn't tell you what
man,
the second one was.
did food taste real good?
He had the time of his life.
I did. So if you could imagine like an Enderman from Minecraft teleporting, that was me going across the sidewalk. That's what it felt like in perspective. I was going. Whoop, 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 whoop. Time was in slow mo. It was crazy, and so I was like, all right, I understand why not to be drunk, because I could
At least
die
in public.
for sure. Oh yeah, but now we're good. I know what to do.
All I'm going to say is if we have time to talk about it next podcast, I'd love to talk about our Jackbox experience.
I mean, we could do another one. What you think? I could just cut it and then.
I'm just going to say
Kendall, how much time is it on the top?
we
Does it
definitely
say
should.
like an hour?
We're already at 50 minutes.
We can
Dang.
just do a full hour.
Okay.
We're at 51.
So, do we save that for something else, or we continue?
We could save that for later.
Okay, that sounds good.
Keep it juicy
That sounds good.
for a later time. But yeah. So, okay, aside from that, what other questions did you have written
Ooh.
down?
Wasn't really questions, but things that we did in college that were just unique and fun and just got us closer together.
Right.
Honestly, Smash Bros was one of the biggest things that got
Mhm.
us close.
Because
And-
literally, so for those of you who are not in college,
Yeah.
when you move out, or if you're anything other than a youngest who doesn't care about your family, JK, love you, Sophie. She just left too. I'm kind of sad.
I'm
too.
also the youngest, and I moved out last, and I'm a stay away from my family.
Yeah.
So
So
I feel you, Sophie.
I am the oldest, and so removing myself from my family was not easy. And I tend to be a bit of a loner, so if you don't find your like tribe in college, it's a struggle.
Yeah.
And so Luke and Kendall were my little mini family for a good bit. And
Yeah,
still
we
kind of
kept
now.
him sane.
Even when I was
And
when I kind
now,
of dropped
and
out.
now.
Yeah, no, literally now. So I kind of dropped out of GCU because I was like, dude, I'm just not gonna finish this degree. There's like nothing happening, and I'm also I wasn't not passing my classes. I think I literally got kicked out by like 0.01% of
Was
what
the
my GPA
saddest
needed.
realization of
I
the
literally
day.
went back the next break with all my stuff ready to move in like January. And then they were like, yeah, you got to be out by today. And I was like,
It was like a movie. We literally were talking about what we were going to do this semester.
Yep.
After Christmas, we
Mhm.
both brought back some of the cool gifts we got, showing each other. I was like, yeah, I
brought my bass, dude.
Yeah,
I
no,
was ready.
you were
I was so pumped. And then
I was like, let's go get some food. I got however much money loaded onto my account this semester. And you're looking, you're like, yo, I mean, they must have made a mistake. Like, they add my money on there. I was like, oh, yeah,
Dude,
just, I mean,
oh my
double check
gosh, that was
your
such a,
email
like,
system.
sad way to find out. I was like, well, I got no money.
And
That's
literally
crazy.
2 minutes later, he was like, yo,
And then I
I'm,
checked my email, and I was like, ooh.
I got kicked out of GCU.
I'm just here, like, well, and like, okay, so I was still working at GCU, right? So I had to go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
within all in one day, I had to pack my stuff, quit my job, get like the sign out registration and everything. I was in like gear mode because I had to be out by like 2 or 3 o'clock.
Yeah, that was a sad day because all of a sudden I went from my best friend living with me to shoot, he's 2 hours away, and we still had fun.
Yeah, I
But,
came up as much as I could, and
Yeah.
I even got a job that kind of gave me the opportunity to like stay up here for like a couple days at a time when I was doing HVAC. I just crashed on the couch, so it was fun. It was a good time.
Honestly, another good story that we should have Jake on for the podcast is why Jake and I became friends and how during the summer of GCU and the context of Josiah coming up a few days later after the whole incident of Jake and I really connecting. So
Hey, man.
what if we leave it at that?
Yeah.
And maybe next podcast we can bring up some other college ideas.
For
or
sure.
not ideas, but college.
Some college stories.
Yeah.
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 for sure.
Next time we're podcasting together.
Mhm. I can get a third mic going.
Heck yeah.
That'd be super easy.
And if that's next podcast or the podcast after that, we'll have Jake on here
Sure.
giving his story what happened.
Yeah.
Because it's a trip.
Yeah, I bet.
It is a trip.
Oh, no. Yeah, I'm remembering now. Yep. That's, yep.
Yeah. Yeah. We bonded over some things that I don't think many people have.
No. That I remember that was rough for you.
Yeah, no, I hit rock bottom in multiple different areas in like a month.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was like there wasn't. I thought I could hit rock bottom, and then it like went further.
Yep.
But
And
hey.
man, we've been there for each other's lows.
We've
So-
been there, but we
and now
made
we're
it.
back.
Well, we're making it.
Yeah.
We're making it.
We have progressed to new stages of life together.
But
Ain't that crazy? But hey, this has been Two Tabs Open. I'm Josiah.
So happy I could be on here, and I'm Luke.
This is Luke.
Um,
And I'll see you.
See you guys later.
Peace.